Hey guys, thank you for checking out the Spark K-Pops YouTube channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to make these cute pink Christmas themed K-Pops. So we have a Christmas tree, Santa Claus, and a Christmas hat. Now if you want to skip to a specific K-Pop, I'll put the timestamps and they will be on the screen. So we're starting off with our Christmas tree. I am going to make like a triangle to make it pointing at the top. It doesn't have to be perfect, but to get an idea of a Christmas tree. So once I have that, I'm going to put it on the K-pop stick and let it dry for a couple seconds, and then we're gonna get our pink candy melt, and I microwave my candy melt for a minute, and then after that stir it 30 seconds until completely dried. I put my star while the K-pop is still wet. That way it stays in place. And after that, I'm going to grab my white candy melt to do the swirls downward. We're gonna do that while we're twisting the K-pop. So go downward and twist the K-pop to give it that effect. And then I did that 3 times, and you start from the top, and then I just did it almost to the bottom. So I got my gold sprinkles, and you want to add them while the K-pop is still wet so they can stay in place. And the last thing that I added was the spray, and to give it that extra sparkle. It looks so pretty in person. So there you have it. We have our pink Christmas tree. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the stand, and we'll get started on our next one, which is the Christmas hat. And the same shape, we're gonna go ahead and dip that in the pink candy melt. And if you guys are liking the video so far, please consider giving me a like and subscribing so I can give you more tips that I have. It definitely helps me out also. So while that's still wet, I got a mini marshmallow, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half because I noticed that it was a little bit too big. So I cut that in half, and then I'm going to get my toothpick and just poke the marshmallow to give it more texture. So we did that, and you want to have the K-pop wet so it can stay in place. There we go. Then I'll add the bottom, and with that I'll grab my candy melt that I have in my baggie, and we're going to do a straight line all around. So again, straight line, and you want to twist it, and then again I started it wherever I ended and twist it, and then I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. And we want to go ahead and add our sprinkles while that white area is still wet. So you can grab any sprinkles you want. I decided to do the white, the clear ones, and here it is. I'm adding the white there. It did get on the pink area a little bit, but that's okay. So there you have it. We have our pink Christmas hat. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that on my stand so it can dry. And our last one will be Santa Claus. I had white candy melt, but I added a little bit of brown to give it that color. So we have a round K-pop ball, and then I dipped it in that color. We're gonna dip just the tip of that K-pop for the hat, for the Santa hat. Now you want to wait till it dries up. I did the mistake here that I didn't wait and it didn't come out, but I made one beforehand to show you. So here's what it's supposed to look like. You just want to dip that part just a little bit so we can get started on the hat. Here, after we do this, his mustache. So I did a double U, and then I did a big U, So that would be his beard, and then I added the sprinkles while that area was still wet, and then I went ahead and filled all of that in. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful holiday with your friends and your loved ones, and may all of you guys have a Merry Christmas. All right, so while that's still wet, go ahead and add more sprinkles with the same candy melt that we use for the base. I'm going to get a toothpick and I'm just going to do his little nose. So we have his little nose here, just a little bit. And then again, grabbing my white candy melt, I'm going to do his mustache. There we go. Cute little mustache. And then we're gonna go on to the next step, which is going to be his eyes. I melted dark brown candy melt in my baggie this time, and I'm going to be adding the little eyes and his eyebrows as well. And you can use any color for the eyes. I use the dark brown, but you can use black, whatever you would like. And I got my poppy paint so we can add the little features on the eyes. If you don't have poppy paint, that's totally fine. Just grab your white candy melt bag and do the same thing. So with that, I got the toothpick. I just did 2 little dots. And I love using poppy paint because it dries super fast, but at the same time, it dries so fast that you have to work fast too. So whatever's easier for you. So I did 2 dots on both eyes. And I'm gonna go back and add the white around the hat. So I'm doing it 2 times, depending how big is the hole. Mine is super small, so I did it 2 times and then filled in that little gap. And we're gonna grab our sprinkles, the clear sprinkle, and add that on that area. And on the very top, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. I grabbed half of the marshmallow, cut it in half, and there you have it. We have Santa Claus there. We have the Christmas tree. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and comment anything you would like for me to do next.